After discussing about the IoT architecture, let's now talk about IoT devices. The concept of smart in IoT is used for physical objects that are active, digital, network, can operate to some extent autonomously, reconfigurable and has local control of resources. The smart objects needs energy data storage. They enhance the interaction with the other smart objects. There are some examples which are listed over here of the smart objects utilized widely to transfer physical environment around us to digital world using the Internet of Things technologies. A smart object sense, log, interpret the occurrence within themselves and the environment and intercommunicate with each other and exchange the information with the people. Smart objects are needed in the overall IoT project development. They are called as smart because they sense the data, they provide some physical moments to the hardware components which are present inside the IoT projects. There are lots of IoT devices. Now, this is the overall IoT devices and technologies that are mentioned over here. If I talk about the IoT hardware, platform and services, so in the hardware there are accessories, IoT devices, embedded system based and wearables. So accessories are sensors which senses the data, actuators which provide the mechanical motion, switches which are used in making the electrical equipments on and off, displays which are used to display the output like LCD display, relay which is used in the electrical equipments to get started and to get off. Like for example, if I want to start the regular light which I am using in the home in the IoT project, so I will use the relay over there. Now these are the accessories in terms of hardware. IoT devices, embedded system based. So we use Raspberry Pi, Arduino. So they are embedded system based IoT devices. Galileo is the chip, QB board is the chip. So we'll see some of them also in the current presentation. Wearables. So most of us we have smart watches. So Google Glass, Samsung Gear, Fitbit, Pebble Watch, Android Wear are some wearables which are IoT devices. Now IoT platform and services. So there are some examples that are mentioned over here. We will also going to see them in the detail in the next videos. So Arduino device. So this is the pictorial representation of the Arduino device. They are basically the microcontrollers and the microcontroller kit for building the digital devices that can be sensed and control the objects in the physical and digital world. So this is how the Arduino device looks like. Intel Galileo. So it includes the Quark SoC processor, 256 MB RAM is there, multiple ports are there, right, and support for Arduino device. So here also you can see multiple ports are there to insert your audio jack. Here is a port, right, even multiple pins are there which can be connected to multiple registers or the sensors using the breadboard. Samsung Gear Fit is a dust proof water resistance with fitness tracker feature. So like your uh, step count can be measured over here, then also heartbeat rates which can be mentioned on the displays. Long lasting battery it has. The device receives alert about emails also, text messages also, and integrates with the Samsung's health app. A sensor is a device that records the surrounding temperature, humidity, light, air quality control. There are different types of sensors available that read different types of data. The sensor transmit these data over the network or through which it is connected. Bluetooth Low Energy is a device that is used to track the objects located at the real time. So many companies use it to track the location of the employees. So this is a very important device. Then assets, patients and more in the real time. So it will going to give you the alert if the position is changed beyond some range. So this service primarily focuses on the manufacturing, retail and healthcare services. So properties of IoT devices, they sense surrounding environment in the form of temperature, movement and appearance of the things, like in case of Bluetooth Low Energy, movement in terms of IR sensor, temperature in terms of temperature sensor. Sense and receive the data. So IoT devices are able to send and receive the data over the network connection. Analyze the devices that are able to analyze the data received from the other devices over the internet networks. They are controlled from endpoint also. Otherwise, the IoT devices are themselves communicate with each other endlessly, leads to the system failure. So control is more important. So there are some IoT boards which we would highlight over here. Most important thing is Raspberry Pi. It costs around 8,000 to 9,000 in the market, and it is mini computer itself. It's much popular device in building the IoT projects. So it is basically used for educational purposes. The recently launched Raspberry Pi 3 includes built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, making the most compact and standalone computer. It provides a powerful environment to install the variety of programming packages such as Python, Node, JS, LAMP, Stack, Java, and much more using 40 input output pins, general purpose input output pins, and 4 USB ports. So you can see over here, you connect many peripheral and accessories to Pi. Arduino, most famous, uh, very cost effective, 300 to 500 can be approximate cost. Basically are the microcontrollers. Here they are including microprocessors and microcontroller kit for building digital devices. Most of the college students who are the students of IoT use the Arduino for their project developments, for building the devices that can sense and control the objects in the physical and digital world. The digital and analog input and output pins, it has the Arduino boards includes USB to load the programs from the personal uh, computer. Now ESP, it is one of the most famous board which is used for developing IoT projects. The primary goal of this board is to deal with the built-in Wi-Fi through AT commands. Sense hat 8x8 RGB LED matrix, Bluetooth module SC05. So Raspberry Pi Sense hat is an integrated sensor that can measure humidity, temperature, acceleration and pressure. 8x8 LED matrix display data read from the Raspberry Pi sense the hat sensors. The sense hat has 8x8 RGB LED matrix including the following sensors. It has lot of sensors inside it: gyroscope, accelerometer, magnetometer, temperature, barometric pressure and humidity. So you can just imagine that lots of work can be done using this particular sensor only. Now Bluetooth module SC05 device is a 6-pin Bluetooth device used for wireless communication. Usually this device connects small devices like mobile phones, PDA, TVs using short range wireless connections to exchange the data. It communicates with the microcontroller using the serial port. So these are multiple pins that are present over here. Enable pin. When connect when it is connected to 3.3 volt, then model is enabled. Plus 5 volt. So this is the supply pin for connecting 5 volt. Ground ground pin, transmitter pin for UART communication, receiver pin, state. It indicates whether the module is connected or not. It acts as the status indicator. So we'll stop here. Thank you.